Happy Sunday and welcome everyone to episode 52 of Video Game Club. As always, I am your host, Tyler, and I have with me today the one and only Austin.
Hello.
Hello, sir. And it would not be a Video Game Club episode without the High Priestess, Mox.
Oh, thank you. That's such praise.
How's everyone doing? Enjoying your Sunday, everybody?
Always.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little under the weather. I unfortunately finally caught COVID, despite being careful. And so if I sound bad, if you hear a cough or a sniffle, that's why. But what have you all been playing besides Sayonara Wild Hearts? This was a shorter one because I was kind of busy and I couldn't really commit, and we decided to do some shorter ones. What have you been playing, Austin?
I have been playing a few games. I made it to the top rank in Knockout City.
Congrats.
Knockout City? Did you talk about it?
It's that dodgeball game.
No, hold on. I hear the... it's that dodgeball game.
I didn't say it like that.
Mox, you heard it, right?
You've never heard of it. Did you guys talk about it before?
Yeah, I've talked about it before.
Yeah.
I don't remember looking it up. I think you said it's a dodgeball game, and then I was like, oh, okay.
It recently went free to play. It's a 3v3, right?
I think I've seen people
there's different
playing
modes,
this.
but the core mode is 3v3.
You can catch the ball, and then things happen. All right.
You can
even
roll
become
up,
a ball.
and
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I'm overwhelmed.
But I've never been top rank in anything, and me and some buddies, we grinded it out and got really good, and every season we get a little bit further, and this season we just blasted past our last highest rank, and we made it to diamond, to top rank. So I was pretty stoked about that. Very proud of our team.
You're a moon.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know what that means.
The Halo Reach rankings, like one of the top ones was like this moon. I don't know.
Overwhelmed with references that I do not know.
Other than that, I've been playing Mega Man X6, which is a very odd game. And I've also been working on Final Fantasy VII Remake on Chapter 9.
Which Yakuza game? Oh, sorry.
I don't think he's playing one right now.
I was going to say, which Yakuza game's on the docket and or in your hands?
I need to start 5, but I want to clear a couple of other games I've been neglecting first.
Are you savoring the Yakuza game?
Yeah, because once I get through 5, I'll have 6 left, and then I have no more games with Kiryu. Then I can play 7, and then I'm totally caught up, and then I'm just like, I have more
Judgment and Judgment 2, or whatever.
I can't play those. Those aren't on PC.
Oh, they're not yet.
What are they on?
Everything else?
Everything else.
Consoles.
Do you only have a PC? Have we been? No, it's not true.
No, but if there's any chance something's going to come to PC, then I'll wait.
Wow.
So, yeah. There's a whole... The star of those games, his talent agency has a very specific point in his contract that he's not allowed to appear on anything on PC, period.
What?
And Sega is just well, if we can't get around that, we're probably going to stop making Judgment games.
I don't understand. Why?
It's very weird. Also, they don't seem to understand that Stadia runs on PC hardware. So,
oh, God.
And those are on Stadia. I don't know. It's very odd.
So weird.
I'm overwhelmed.
It's just so bizarre. Mox, what have you been playing?
This game I played for some amount of time yesterday. I cannot tell you. It felt like more than an hour, probably 2. But other than that, Grow, Song of the Evertree, which had been the winning game until some time in the last 30 minutes when now there's a tie between 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, and Grow, Song of the Evertree. I have 20 hours in Grow, Song of the Evertree, so either one can win. Fine with me. And Atelier Sophie 2, some subtitle I don't remember the name of because everyone says, hey, this is a great, Atelier game. And it just came out and it's on Switch and it's really cute.
Nice. I've been still working my way slowly through Ghostwire Tokyo. I think I'm 20-something hours in now.
I just don't, you bring it up every time.
Because I play it.
Do you play it 30 minutes every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks, yeah. No, an hour or 2.
Okay.
And then I'm still working on Skywalker Saga as well. I just finished episode 7 So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 2 more. Then I'll be done with the complete story of that game. That game has been just a little delight. And I am now the proud owner of a Steam Deck.
Yay.
So
Hell
I've been
yeah.
just basically rediscovering my Steam library, and it's been really lovely because it's like there's so many games that you're like, oh, I really want to play this at some point, but when you're sitting down at your computer and you have access to like so much more power and I don't know, it's
I know
hard.
exactly what you mean.
At least for me, it's like hard to play like something that's kind of smaller for some reason. I don't know why. And for some reason on Steam Deck, it's like I've been really wanting to play Flint Hook, and I just like been playing on Steam Deck, and it's lovely. And I could have been playing that on PC, but I don't know. It just feels so good on that like small screen and everything. It's great. It's a wonderful device, and I highly recommend it. I'm quite in love with it, and I think, I don't know. I think it's the future for sure. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's really awesome.
Now, wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Because this is episode 52 and we meet generally every 2 weeks, doesn't this mean that it's been 2 years?
We have had like some hiatuses, little hiatus here and there.
Okay.
So it's been about 2 years. Yeah.
But it's probably been about 2 years, yeah. Yeah, been doing it for a while. Long time. But yeah, this is Video Game Club Mox. 2 years running, where every 2 weeks we discuss a game voted on by our wonderful friends in the Bombchu Discord and discuss that game right here on twitch.tv/BombchuTV. If you can't catch us live, don't worry. You can find us on YouTube, all major podcast services. Also, if you appreciate what you're hearing, please consider subscribing, rating, commenting, all those fun things. Thank you so much for all the suggestions that have been in Discord, and thank you everyone who's been voting and just interacting with us and talking about the games like Sayonara Wild Hearts, for example. It's great. We really love it. The nominations for this episode, by the way, were Minute, Sayonara Wild Hearts, and Nex Machina, and the winner was Sayonara Wild Hearts. A rhythm game? Music game? Playable
describe
music?
it as like a playable album.
Yeah. Playable music, rhythm, game, album, point, action game. It's a video game. That's all that matters. It was developed by Simogo, which is a company that was founded in 2010 in Malmo, Sweden. They were pretty focused on mobile games before Sayonara Wild Hearts. Well, technically, Sayonara Wild Hearts came out on mobile. Yeah, I know, but their games were like mainly like only mobile, released on mobile before this. At least from what I could see. They announced a new game very recently called Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, which is going to be a murder mystery. Yep. Coming to Switch and the PCs. So
let's play that.
Very cool. This game was published by Annapurna Interactive. We've played a game by them already that was published by them. No.
What remains of Edith Finch?
What remains of Edith Finch?
Is it what? Oh, it's been so long.
Remember that bathtub scene?
Mm.
Whew.
No, for me it was the fish one.
The fish one got you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bathtub for me was pretty bad. Anyway, Sayonara Wild Hearts was released on September 19th, 2019 on Switch, iOS, PS4, and Mac, and it came later to Windows and Xbox. 2019 in gaming, we had the Xbox One SAD, the Valve Index, the Switch Lite, Stadia, and then software, we had Apex Legends, Luigi's Mansion 3, Borderlands 3, Gears 5, and many others, including 4 games that we've done for Video Game Club already. Any guesses?
You were new.
Can't remember. 2019 feels like it was last year, and it's
I know.
3 years ago.
One of them has a lot of rats in it.
Oh, shoot.
Plague Tale. Was Gree 2019?
Nope.
Mox, that was a good guess.
Firewatch?
Nope.
No, that was like 2016 or something.
One of them, you deliver a bunch of packages.
Oh, Death Stranding. That was.
What?
I keep thinking of that as 2020 because it's
Agreed.
because of the PC late
Yeah.
But it was late 2019 for PS4.
One of them, you're in a this government building, and you have a weird
Control.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
my
That
goodness.
feels like that's more recent.
I agree. I can't even think of it.
last one. It's
Is it Jedi Fallen Order?
no, I don't know how to describe this one.
Tell us.
It is Toho Luna Nights.
Oh. Goodness.
Hell yeah.
I know.
All these games feel like they're quote unquote new to me.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get old.
I don't like it.
Yeah. The game got generally positive reviews, 8s and 9s. People really love the visuals, the soundtrack. The only thing that I could find about like that people weren't really pretty keen on was just like it was kind of short and there wasn't like a lot to do.
Especially for the price.
Yeah.
$13.
Yeah. But mostly like people really, really love this game. We're gonna move on to our discussion. Starting with gameplay, I mean, it has like a basic level select system. There's 23 levels I counted. There's there's a score that you get on each level. Each level is like it's not really a rhythm game. It's more of like a endless runner kind of, but
Some of them are rhythm. They
Yes.
have quick time events, I guess.
and some, yeah. But there's like kind of like 3 lanes, and you have to like kind of like choose like which one to be in.
No, it's
For some parts,
it's
for
an
some
infinity
levels.
lanes. It's infinity lanes with 3 lanes that the items can appear in, but you can get close enough to them and not be in their lane.
Well, also, like, on a lot of sections, there's not even lanes.
Like there's like flying, right? And some.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of free movement. It's basically you are moving forward, and
You're being
each level
propelled
has its own
forward.
song.
You're being propelled, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good way to say it.
and there's stuff to collect and like obstacles, and usually sometimes like an enemy for that level or something like that.
And quick time events.
In quick time events,
And
there's
quick-
like there's hearts to collect and gold cards, and
Yeah.
everything affects your score. So like as you collect hearts, they build like a hidden multiplier that you're not seeing.
Well, it makes it makes noise, and your score gets multicolor.
Yeah,
Sure,
that's true. I guess that is some sort of visual representation.
Yeah, I know because I rarely saw it, and I got really excited when I did.
Oh,
if you die, that gets reset. But, like, other
tell
than
me
that, there's
about
not
it.
really much penalty for
dying.
death.
Yeah.
Usually, you'll get put back pretty close to where you died to retry.
And it can be a strategy too if you want to get something special.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The game was also inspired by some rail shooters, such as Sin and Punishment, which I think Austin, didn't you play that recently?
I did. I would not liken those 2 games together, but I guess I could see a little bit there.
Yeah. They mentioned the devs mentioned Space Harrier, Star Fox as well. But yeah, it's and there's 23 levels. Like I said, you have to play them in order when you first play them, and then after you've beaten all of them, then you can go back and choose which ones you want to go back to find little collectibles or to get the gold rank on them, which is some score that you need to reach.
And Queen Latifah narrates it.
And Queen Latifah
Spoilers.
narrates it. Spoilers, yeah. Jeez.
How's that spoiler?
They don't reveal that until the very end.
Okay.
In case you don't recognize this lovely voice, it is Queen Latifah.
I didn't, to be fair. And the
Really?
way I'm going to spoil the credits. Sorry, everyone listening. It says at the very end of the credits, it's like, oh, and then it has Queen Latifah for narrating. I was like, that's who it was.
She was a last-minute ad as well, and basically, from what I read, it was Annapurna who was able to get her pretty easily
Nice.
to narrate the game.
She added a lot, I feel like.
Yeah, I can see it. Anything else about the gameplay that you guys really, that, I don't know, sticks out? I guess you do get like a weapon at one point.
No.
You get,
I mean,
what?
the bow, I guess.
yeah,
but
you get that bow.
It's the mechanism for that level. You say it as if it's like an additional thing.
Well, true. It's the
And you
mechanism for
can't
that
even use
set
it
of
throughout the
levels.
level. It's like,
No.
Yeah, it's
you use it
only...
for little
Okay,
sections.
Can we?
yeah.
I have things to say. They don't. There's no tutorial, and it doesn't like need one. But every single segment of the game is like different, and so this game is about practice. And so when you're just playing it for the first time, it was really tough for me, and I get motion sick I don't get seasick, but I do have like difficulty sometimes with certain like VR things. For example, I can still play VR, but it's hard. I like the things like Moss, where it's stationary and you look around.
Yeah.
And then the robot one moves sometimes, but I actually just close my eyes while the little robot scrolls forward, and then he sits again, and then everything's stationary. Oh my gosh, no part of this game is stationary. It's like
No, it's not.
I got real motion sick during the dubstep theme one, and a lot of like the drifting ones where you're on some sort of vehicle and you have to like make turns. It's very It doesn't prepare you for it, and it doesn't have a reticle that I can focus on. The
camera can be like the way that the camera is moving while you're playing can be kind of disorienting for sure.
You can't anticipate what's coming. Like I'm used to things where like I can look ahead and see, okay, I'm going to be in this lane, but it moves so quickly. Maybe I am just old, but it moves so quickly that I can't anticipate. And then there was the flippy level that it was pointless anyway.
I love the flippy level.
Oh, that level was super cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Speaking of really cool, let's talk about the visuals. This game is very purple and blue.
And pink.
And I don't know. I would say it has like kind of like an anime-esque style to it. And it's just overall really pretty. I
do enjoy the visuals. They're very well, like there's a lot of symbology. I don't know, symbolism, I guess. Like repetition of symbols. I really like that.
Yeah.
With the tarot cards.
Yep.
Which I guess we can talk about now, or I'm waiting for you to say something.
No. I'm curious what Austin thinks of the visuals.
Oh, I mean, I liked them. I didn't really have anything else to add on to what you guys were saying, but yeah, everything looks really nice. There's a lot. So a lot of the game is like very sensory satisfaction. When you're doing well, like visuals will be coming at you like and looking really cool, but also like all the sounds, but the music is perfectly synced to what you're doing. And if you're getting all the like a big string of hearts, like it's the way the sound builds up on that is just like, oh, everything is just like a sensory overload of just like, ooh, this is wonderful. I love this.
Get that dopamine.
Yeah, get the brain tingles.
Yeah, speaking of the music, moving on to audio, the soundtrack is phenomenal. It's very good, I feel. Like I listened to it so much after, I mean, I listened to it today even while I was doing some cleaning before this. Like it's so good.
I feel bad. I don't like the original songs as much as I like the remixes of Reverie and Clair de Lune. I really enjoyed the remixes of Reverie and Clair de Lune.
Yeah, Clair de Lune.
I've been hearing Clair de Lune too much recently. Like every show and movie that I'm watching is like Clair de Lune shows up, and then it happened in this game, and it was like, oh my god, why is this showing up in everything? But that was a good remix.
It's they said that the soundtrack was inspired by Sia, Church's Carly Rae Jepsen, and I can see that. I can also see like some Purity Ring influence as well.
Yeah,
a little bit. It was composed by Daniel Olson and Jonathan Eng, with vocals by Linnea Olson, a Swede. And as Mox already said, Queen Latifah was narrating.
She does no singing, even though she's a great singer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Super good.
I will say, I really loved the music while I was playing the game. I've played this one before. And afterwards, I was like, yeah, I'm going to listen to this in my car. And listening to the music outside of the game, I felt I didn't like it as much when I wasn't playing the game. I thought that all the songs were like the levels on their own without the music are fine. And the music on its own, like it's good, but it's not like that. When they go together, it's just something so much more.
Yeah.
I think they bring each other, they bring each other up a lot more than you'd normally expect.
Yeah. For me, I don't know. For some reason, when I can listen to the soundtrack just as is.
I agree with Austin. I don't want to listen to it really outside of the game, but I would play the game to listen to it again. And in fact, I saw that it was on Apple Arcade.
It is.
Which my family pays for. So I'm going to try it on that and see if I get any better score.
Nice. What do you guys think of the controls and interface of this game? I thought controls were mostly okay. There were like some weird stuff that I ran into where like I felt like I couldn't turn fast enough for some parts. But I think it was I just wasn't prepared for like that level specifically. But overall, I felt it was pretty nice, like pretty simple, pretty straightforward.
I had trouble. They don't explain like how to use the mechanism they're introducing. They just expect you to like die and figure it out or just know. And I did a lot of dying.
What about you, Austin?
I thought the controls were really good. There were one or two sections where you're like free flying into the screen, and it was a little difficult to tell like where I was going to line up with something, and like I thought I was lined up and would miss a couple of things. Other than that, if you're going for like a high score, some of the later levels have some pretty tough lines of hearts to get. Like if you aren't like really practiced at it, it's hard. Like they turn and curve really quickly, and it's just like, oh my god, you have to line up like really well. And I struggle with that. But at the same time,
you miss everything.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you don't have to get those. And for anything that's like teaching you a new mechanic, if you die on it, like, oh, I didn't know what to do, it's just like you immediately just start right back at that spot. It's like, okay, try it again until you figure it out. So it's pretty forgiving, which is good.
Yeah. I played on Xbox. Austin, I'm assuming you played on PC, and Mox, what did you play on PC as well?
PlayStation.
Did anybody have any performance issues or anything?
The sound would skip at times.
Really?
I don't know. It never happens with my sound system, but I was assuming it was something with my sound system. I did play it with the audio much louder than I normally listen to audio on it, but it would go silent at times as if it was skipping like a record.
Oh.
Huh.
It was bizarre.
What about you, Austin? Did you have any issues?
PC version was just like, it performed like butter, like a dream.
Yeah.
Like, there was just not a single issue at all.
Same on Xbox.
Everything was just mega smooth.
Yeah, everything was like super smooth as well, like loading screens, everything. Everything was great. That's weird about the audio issue.
I can't imagine. It must have been my sound system, but it was just, I don't know. It just happened in random levels at random times. I couldn't pick a pattern. It didn't interfere with anything. It was just like like a skip. Like if you had a Discman and you had a CD in it and you knocked it with your knee.
What's a Discman? I'm kidding.
Mox, if you had one with G-Shock 2 protection, then
that does not do anything.
I swear to God, it actually does. I used to mow the lawn with my CD player in my pocket, and that G-Shock 2, it was a champ.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
I want to talk about the tarot cards. Can we talk about the tarot cards yet?
Yeah, I think now's a great time to talk about the story and tarot and all that. To me, I could have take it or leave it, the story. I would have loved the game no story. I thought it was awesome, just in general.
I wanted more.
What?
I always do.
You're kidding.
I always do.
Okay, before you go off, Mox, Austin, what it like? First time playing or second time.
Story is?
No, I'm not going to ask you what the story is, but I'm just saying, like, do you feel like it was a big part of the game for you?
I honestly, like, with how all the different changes of what's happening, it's like I can't even tell you what the story is to the game.
Yeah.
Like I know it's like this is happening piece by piece, but like each level is so different, it doesn't feel like it's a story. Until really like the final level, and it's like, oh, there's a message here. But also, yeah, I haven't really been following along like a story this whole time. So
I don't know if I even need to put on like a spoilers tag really, because it's not. Is it important at all, Mox?
I don't think so, because it's not a story.
I would say
the story is the first sentence. This is a person who had heartbreak. That's like the first sentence of the game, and that's the story.
And then, but then there's a lot of kisses that happen at the end of the game.
Which I didn't understand either.
I believe what's happening is that like it's like some sort of like forgiveness or something. I don't know.
There's like, I guess there's kind of two stories, because there's the story of the person, and then there's the story of the major arcana of the tarot cards, which I enjoyed.
Just dive into the tarot cards, Mox.
Well, that's also just a single sentence. There were I think there were 5 major, like there were 4 arcana who like made the world. It was like the Emperor, the Empress, and the other good ones at the front of the major arcana deck. I think the High Priestess maybe is there.
There's the High Priestess, the Hierophant. Is that how you say it?
Okay.
And then the Empress. And then there's a cursed one called Little Death.
The Death. Well,
yeah.
Death.
Yeah.
He is the one that like brought out, and then 4 other ones, which were the Moon, I think.
Yep. Devil.
Was the Tower one as well?
No, I think it's the Devil, Lovers, and Hermit, right?
Okay, but
y'all paid way more attention than I did.
What about the Moon when you fought the wolf robot things? Or the Tower when you went up the tower? Yeah. No, you said the Devil. Oh, I see. You're adding to it.
You said the Moon. Yeah.
The Hanged Man showed up too. I really enjoyed seeing the major arcana, because I don't know. I don't think tarot is real. I'm sorry. But it's fun.
Magic's
and it's
real.
pretty art. I know, but it's cute. And like, I have my own little tarot deck, because why not? It's fun. Oh, Justice was the pair with the snaps. It's just like, it's cute. I don't know. And like, so you play the Fool, which is 0, like of a number of the however many arcana, like the major arcana. There's 21, which is like innocence, spontaneity, beginnings, inexperience, which is like fun, because that's what you play as. And then you kind of absorb the other arcana as you go through, which is cute. And then if you die a million times, as I did, the magician comes and is like, and I honestly think of like Queen Latifah as the magician, because she'll come and say, would you like to skip this bit? Because the game is broken into little segments.
Yeah.
And I'll tell the game, no, give me a chance. And then I die like another 6 times. And then she asks me again, would you like to skip this bit? And then there's another option aside from yes and no. That's don't ask me again. Never click that option. I did not enjoy that. So the magician helped me. She's like, and ironically, like in my little tarot deck, the magician is self-empowerment action. No, I needed the magician to save me.
Yeah.
It was fun. I liked the little tarot elements. It's cute. It had nothing to do with anything. It felt very random.
My understanding about the story and how it relates to tarot, that I don't know. I just thought it was like them just putting something together just to be cool.
Yeah.
But I believe but it sounds like there was some breakup, and then they're trying to like get over this breakup, and that's kind of what it's about in some ways. But
I guess there's no, I don't know.
Learning to love again.
Yeah. But again, that's like the first sentence
Yeah.
that Queen Latifah speaks at you.
Yeah. This is more of something you play just to like jam out and see some really pretty stuff and go fast, I feel.
And then have snaps at you in a very frustrating way. Well, I guess we could talk about the themes of the different levels.
I don't even know if I remember. Like there's like 23 of them.
Well, they're broken
They're
up
all
though.
short, such a blur.
It's a blur.
I mean, there's like a forest. The forest was cool.
And there was like a highway.
Yeah. There was like a
And then
our
you were
listeners
like
a
flying.
a bunch of
tunnel.
towns. All right.
And then you were like in some guy's VR headset.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that one was
I
cool.
did not like that one. No, I
What?
didn't like
Oh
that
my
one.
gosh, Mox, of course.
You don't like fun.
What about this one that was really unique and different? I hate it.
No, it was too hard.
It's too hard.
Well, but there was always the heartbreak levels. I think there were 5 of those.
Yeah.
Which were kind of the introduction to the major arcana you're going to deal with. Those are the ones I had the most trouble with, because they're like 3 lanes, but then you can be at any position. You don't choose a lane.
Right.
And I always got it wrong. And those were also the ones where they had like teleporting parts.
Oh,
and
yeah.
If you did not get into the teleporting part, you missed about 100 hearts.
Yeah. It's true.
I did not like that. And then the first level after every heartbreak level was like introducing the gang, the motorcycle gang you're about to fight. Based on one of the major arcana.
Yeah.
And then I think the one after that is like the fight, where you play a full song, and then you fight the motorcycle gang. And there was
Get their heart.
I don't remember them all.
That's all right.
The Ginyu Force.
Mox, since you're already talking about the levels and stuff and everything, can you please give us your take on this game?
I was so bad at it, but I didn't hate it. I really appreciated how they did the repeat mechanic. Like, there's nothing worse than going through a double, level boss fight where there's no save point in between, and then you lose to the second phase, and you're like, I'm just never going to play this game again. This game did not punish you for being bad at it, and you could get bronze, silver, gold based on however many points you get. I guess you can, if you get below gold, you're still permitted to finish the level, which is nice. In fact, that's how you get some of the little secrets, I think. But I usually got...
You talking about the riddles?
Yes.
Yeah.
I usually got silver, and I love it when Queen Latifah shouts, "Silver rank!" Just like that.
So,
it's like very satisfying. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I agree that how satisfying it is when she says that.
The gold rank I heard one time, it was not as satisfying. I feel like silver rank was the best one. Bronze rank, I felt bad when she said it, but I should feel bad I didn't do well. But anyway, I liked the visuals and how different each level was. I did not like the dubstep level. It was hard to move around, and the music was like overwhelming. I didn't like the heartbreak levels either, which is like, I like when I know where I'm going and I can put myself there and get the points I need without getting killed or off track or something. I loved the tarot card elements. They were fun. I did not like the snap level. I died I think I skipped at least 3 sections on that with the magician. Okay, because I had such a hard time with remembering which snap I was going to get to when I got to it. Because like they snap and then the level switches to like some sort of different kind of level, and then they snap again and it switches back. But you have to get your timing right to know which snap will be the snap you're on when you hit that obstacle, like I did, or you try to skip it, like I'm sure you guys did. But it was still fun. Yeah, I liked the drifting level because it's like, if you don't drift, you don't get points. Gotta drift.
True.
Drifting is cool.
It was cool.
Tokyo Drift.
And the level I did the best on was the weapon that you spoke about, the bow and arrow, because you just drag your cursor over the screen. I can do that. And then the QuickTime events. I didn't like, there was a QuickTime event. I'm playing with my hands on the controller with my thumbs on the top of it. But whenever I want to spam a button, I want to do it with my index finger because I can get a lot more, mobility. But it's hard for me to spam with my thumb. But those QuickTime events were like, press the thumb. Okay, now start spamming the key. And then it's like, I want to get the points. Anyway, That was my nitpick. It was okay. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I didn't hate it. But
oh my gosh.
I know.
I thought it was a absolute wonderful game. Very beautiful. Great theme. Had like just enough challenge. I thought the riddles were like really out there. I did a few kind of on my own. Oh,
say the riddles. I was going to say what the riddles are, like from the main screen. There's 2 records, side A, side B. They have all of the zodiac signs on it, and then they have a little riddle that's like how you unlock that, and that's how you get what are they called? Trophies. Yeah,
the trophies are achievements, yeah. So I did read through some of those and tried to do some on my own, and I was able to do like 2 or 1 or 2, I can't remember, and then I had to like I just gave up and just like read a guide. But I thought the music was great, and I do enjoy listening to it without playing the game. My only wish would that there's like more things, like either more levels or more like user interaction on the levels in some way, and I don't know what that looks like. But but for me, I would give this a 9 out of 10.
Oh my gosh.
And I just wish there was a little more, because I absolutely loved it, and I think everyone should play it because it's short, sweet, and it looks pretty. Yeah, that's how I feel. Austin?
Yeah. So this was my second time playing, and
When did you play your first time? How long ago?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like a couple of years ago, I want to say.
Ah.
And I remember at the time I told Tyler about it, and I was just like, "Yeah, you should totally play this
No,
game."
you do. What did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god!
I did.
It sounds like a story between me and Austin. Austin's like, "Do this
I was
thing."
like,
and I'm,
"This game was really good."
what did I say? I was probably like, "Yeah, whatever, sure."
You kind of shrugged it off, and it was like, I was like, "Okay, Tyler's never going to remember this, but that's okay."
I don't know why Austin is still friends with me. I feel like he has so many of these stories where he tells me to do something and then I just ignore him on accident
Okay,
or
but-
something.
Like months later, Tyler will be like, "Have you played
that
this?"
does
I'm like,
happen
"Oh."
regularly.
Oh,
Or I'll be like, "Have you heard this song?" And Austin's like, "I told you about this 3 months ago."
he owns a vinyl. It's already
Yeah,
collecting dust.
exactly. Yeah, it's waiting to ship to you.
Yeah. So yeah, I played it a couple years ago. Really liked it at that time. And playing it again here, I still really enjoyed it, but it was like, I guess on a second playthrough, it was less surprising and new. But it was still very fun. I definitely agree. I wish there was more. And in a vacuum, this is just a great little short game. But in reality, this game kind of has, for how long it is, the price tag is a little bit high. So I would recommend catching it on sale if you can.
Or
What
just making your family pay for Apple
what do you,
Arcade.
what do you
And
feel like a fair price for a game of this like length is? I know
Ooh.
you shouldn't always equate length with cost, but I'm just curious. Like,
I agree.
would you say
I
like
agree.
10?
Yeah, I think $10 would be good for this.
Really?
Now, at the same time, it's a very polished game.
It is.
And it's like there's no fluff or filler. It's just pure fun all the way through.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not really like an achievement hunter,
Mm.
and so I did one of the riddles, and then I was like, I wasn't really having fun with that, and I didn't really see any purpose to go chase down like the gold scores. So there wasn't a whole lot of replay value for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so like the value wasn't really matching up with the price point. But on its own, ignoring the price, and having played it a second time, at this point in my life, I would give it an 8 out of 10. It's really good. I definitely recommend it. If you like video games at all,
And
then you will
music.
probably find something to enjoy about this game. And if you kind of like want something experimental or to show somebody like an example of video games as art,
Yes,
this is a great example of that.
That's a great point.
that is a very good point. Awesome.
It reminds me of Gree in that way,
Yeah,
because which is also kind of a little bit more passive game.
Austin with them good takes, like always. Well, this is a shorter episode. It was a shorter game as well.
Well, hold on.
Oh, I was.
Go
I
have
ahead.
my tarot deck here.
Okay,
Do you want to ask the tarot deck a question?
of
It
course.
can't be yes or no,
I think
and I
Austin,
will interpret.
go ahead with the question.
Okay.
As you ask and think about it, I'm smushing, which is shuffling the cards.
I am thinking.
They call it smushing.
It's called smushing. If you smush for 7 seconds, it creates a random deck.
Okay.
It's when you roll, you just like put a deck on and on the ground, and then you just put your hands around on it and then move them
I
around.
think it's also called a wash.
I like calling it smushing because that's what this like statistician with the last name Green called it. And smushing.
Well, when you
sounds
say
like-
He's not a
if you
gambler.
smush for 7 seconds, then that sounds dirty. So,
ask,
but anyways,
ask the
okay.
deck your question, please.
My question is, when will Breath of the Wild 2 actually come out?
That's a tough question. Well, let's see what this tarot deck has to come up with. I'll do a quick I say quick 4-card reading. The first one is the situation, and then the other 3 are like contributing factors.
Okay.
Okay. So, the situation is an inverted Father of Pentacles, which means it's upside down. So we look at the meaning of it and think of it in reverse. Up, right side up, the Father of Pentacles is like steady, entrepreneurial, calmness, but being passionate. I think inverted, it sounds to me like energetic, not being patient. We're not patient about this, game. We're waiting. We're really just kind
true.
of angry about it. We want it to come as soon as possible. But contributing to that is right side up Ace of Pentacles. Oh, we're getting a lot of pentacles here. The Ace of Pentacles is prosperous beginnings. We have to stay grounded. Go outside and take time to appreciate nature, but a windfall is coming your way. So be patient is what this first card's saying. The next card's an inverted Three of Cups. The Three of Cups right side up means like friendship, joy, bounty, enjoying your friends and the memories you create. This is stay inside, because going out and hanging out with people and talking about when will Breath of the Wild 2 come out is not being productive.
Now, hold on.
Uh-huh.
It seems like these last two cards are at odds with each other, because we were just told to go outside.
I know, but you have to go outside alone. You can't complain about it. You have to change the topic. If you're going to talk about Breath of the Wild 2, you got to go somewhere else. No one wants to hear your complaining.
It's true.
It's
so true.
Is an Eight of Pentacles, right side up, which is craftsmanship skill. It takes time to make something that is, good. They're working on it. They're working to find their mastery at their craft. Pay attention to the details. This says find a new hobby.
Oh no.
That's my reading for you.
I'm gonna reject the tarot for this. Find a new hobby. Gosh.
I think a hobby other than
Breath of the Wild.
Complaining about Breath of the Wild 2.
You gotta wait. It takes time.
In all seriousness, will Breath of the Wild 2 bridge to the next Nintendo console, do you think?
Well, let's do one reading while you think about while you guys talk.
Oh.
Just throw a card out there. One card. It is the Mother of Pentacles.
Oh,
domestic, loving, patient. Oh my gosh.
Patient again?
It says be connected to yourself, Be patient, do your best to stay connected with yourself and not get obsessed about things that are around you that depend on you. So to me that answer is yes, but in time.
Yeah. We will see. Well, that was a little tarot reading. Thank you for that, Mox.
Thank you, Mox.
And a little dive in our take on Sayonara Wild Hearts. And if you enjoyed hearing us discuss and want to join us for the next Video Game Club episode, stay put, because our next vote just ended, and it was between 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, Grow, Song of the Evertree, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Sharp FE Encore. And it will be... Oh my gosh, it's a tie, Mox. You're going to have to pick.
Do I have to pick?
I can pick if you don't want to.
You pick.
The one that's on Steam, which I think is Grow.
Okay.
All right, we're going to do Grow, Song of the Evertree.
Yay. It's very relaxing.
I'm excited. For it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And again, just as a reminder, you can catch us here on twitch.tv/BombchuTV every 2 weeks at 2 Eastern. But however, the next stream will not be in 2 weeks, because I'm going to be gone.
You just built him up.
I know. I'm going to be
knock him down.
To knock
going
him
to be
down.
in the middle of the ocean somewhere. Instead, it will be on August 14th. So this is going to be one of those skip ones again. So we'll see you guys in 4 weeks instead. And this is a longer game, right, Mox? I'm pretty sure it's to complete.
I have 20 hours, and I've only done. I think there's 7 districts. I've only done 3.
Okay, so I think it's like a 50 hour game. Again, if you can't make the live session, don't worry. You can find it up on YouTube, all major podcast services. Thanks to the power of editing. Hopefully, I sure hope so. In 4 weeks, I don't sound like how I sound now, and my energy is not completely drained. And hopefully, no one else catches COVID.
No one
or
will.
gets sick. But yeah, that was Sayonara Wild Hearts. Austin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Mox, thank you for your amazing tarot read and joining us to talk about Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Thank you for having me and for entertaining my just not inexperience with this fun hobby that is not a hobby.
Magic's real. And thank you, Andron, for helping out behind the scenes. And yeah, doing all the edits and everything. I'm Tyler. This was Video Game Club, episode 52. Sayonara, Wild Hearts, and we're out.